See, this is another reason I don't like people who have money. They just do shit that pisses you off. So it's like some dude who works in AI and is bragging about how much money he makes hears that I was stuck at some random ass cafe because my data was fucked up and I wasn't able to get a connection anywhere I rent. Bus lines seemingly were already closed down. And it's just like, all right, I'm stuck at this random ass cafe, perched outside at 1 a.m., shimmied up against a brick wall, trying to connect to their fucking Wi-Fi, and trying to figure out a way to call a ride home or find out which bus lines can get me back safely, you know? And I'm trying to figure out how to make it work so that I can either pay off the little fucking $10 like little fucking hotspot deal that I get sometimes to find out how to get bus lines home, or if I could just get money for an Uber. Tell me why this asshole had the nerve to be like, like I asked him like, hey, is it possible that I can get like $10 from you? And I explained the situation, and I'm like, if that's an ick for you, I understand. Because, it's like, But why did this nigga go out of his way to be like, oh, LOL, I could use $10 too. I just got a $2,000 invoice charged on my card myself. It's like, okay, well, fuck you. Why are you trying to flex on me with impulse buys that you're making with, like, okay, it's like, nigga, no one asked you to buy a PC and possibly a coke addiction. It's like, I'm trying to, like, instead of being like, I should make sure she gets home safely, or that she's doing okay, or hey, it's just $10 and I'm someone who has an obscene amount of money and keeps trying to take her out to Michelin star restaurants and you can't even spare me $10 if it meant the difference between me getting home safely and being warm and cozy and safe. And like, what the fuck? Yeah. I like shit like that is why I don't like rich people. Like, I know that a part of me wants to be the girl that gets like showered in like amazing expensive jewelry with real gold and amazing luxury trips and this and that, but I have to say niggas are really fucking annoying, especially men with money. It's just because it's just like it'll be like some rich ass nigga who is beautiful, like the type of handsome that little girls kiss frogs and dream that the frog will one day turn into a man that looks like them level attractive. And they'll have a shit ton of money and a shit ton of privilege, and they will still go about woe is me-ing their way through life like, oh my god, can you believe that I have two hairs missing from my hairline? Oh no. Like, or just it's just like men who can afford therapy and choose not to get it, and they make up fictional issues that don't fucking exist. And it's like there are people out there, like, I don't know, that's always something I very much have never liked about rich people, is that they can just be so tone deaf. And I get it, like some rich people might see you as boring, needy, not trying hard enough, a victim mindset, all that. I understand their perspective as well, but it doesn't change the fact that sometimes, like, I remember this one girl, I was just thinking about her today. Funny enough, because I made a video before joking about how she ran a strip club and all these other businesses, but she went out of her way to see my young pretty ass and went, you should be a babysitter. But I remember specifically, it's like, I'll put it this way. If you are in a position of wealth and you have the nerve to hear that I haven't been eating for several days straight and that my vision is blurry, I'm losing scary amounts of weight, and that I'm suffering at my new job, and that I'm hustling every single day, doing all sorts of shit, and your urge is to say that I'm not hustling enough or that I'm working backwards, just to then suggest random shit like, ooh, start a blog and make money off of it, start a podcast, model, you can make money off of that, and I tell you how I've done all of those things and haven't made money. It's just, it kind of, like, when instances like that happens, it reminds me of the movie Parasite. It's that some people are just so wealthy or so well off that they forget how it is like to actually be poor, to not have that much cash, it's just like, I don't know, like the types of people, like this one girl, I remember the way she kept saying like, fuck a day job, sis, blah blah blah, I'm gonna teach you how to hustle and make real money, just for her to not say shit aside from random ass like buzzwords and little quips that she clearly got off of some random fucking BuzzFeed article about how to make money as a side hustle. It's like, and then I tell you how I've done like basically all of those things that you've mentioned and have done them for 5 years, and you're like, oh. And then the most she could offer me was, she was like, oh, hey, maybe I can give you this babysitting gig that I don't want to do. It's like $30 an hour, and you'd be there for like, like 3 hours. And that deal itself didn't even work out. And just, I don't know, I'll put it this way. If you are in a position to help a poor person, like, how about this? If you hear a poor person is starving and hasn't eaten for several days, you can do a lot more by just being like, here's $30 that I was not gonna use on anything but Coke and fucking overpriced spandex bodysuits off of fucking Etsy or AliExpress. Use this to feed yourself. That would have done so much more than any of her self-indulgent fucking, like, bitch, you are not a life coach. You are a random woman. Just give me money. Don't give me a lecture. Just give me money. Do you know how many times I've met, like, rich people get on my fucking nerves? I remember this one guy. I remember him. I remember once he gave me, like, originally he was cool. He was the type of dude to be like, Tamina, you made such great artwork. I'm going to give you $600 just for making this painting, and you don't even have to give it to me. And that was a great moment. But I remember at some point I lost the job that I had there. And it was abrupt, it was startling, and I was worried I wasn't able to make rent. I was not gonna have consistent food. Everything was gonna fuck up for me. And you know what fucking happened? I contacted that man. I didn't even ask him for money. I could have easily asked him for money. He's the type of guy that can drop $600 and not bat a fucking eye. Instead, I asked him, I was like, hey, I have a mutual aid post. I'm not saying you have to donate, but if you can, if you could even just repost it to your story, that would be amazing. You wanna know what this nigga said? He said, oh, well, I would, but I'm trying to curate a certain aesthetic, and reposting things to my story would break the mysticism, so I can't do that. And it's like, oh, okay, so life or death. Like, if it meant the difference between me starving and dying or being fed or me making rent, you will choose not to let me live because of an aesthetic. Oh, fuck you. I get it. Some people might be like, oh my god, I don't want to post a mutual aid to all my rich friends and have, and like, you know, like some people see it as like helping someone spread around a begging bowl or some shit like that. But it's like, it's not. It's just like, I hate to be like, how do I put this? I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of whenever you see people like Kylie Jenner or like these rich ass celebrities, their friend's house will burn in a fire. And then it's like, you're a fucking billionaire and you could easily pay it off, but instead you'll just repost a GoFundMe on your story for like one single day and act like that's the best favor you can do. It's like if your friend is trying to raise 25K and you know damn well that you have several fucking 100K dresses in your fucking closet. Like, I don't like you as a person. I'm just saying, some shit I just can't get behind. Like, why are you buying a Rolex as there's Palestinian fucking kids dying and being beheaded? There are people in Palestine that have to feed themselves fucking salt water for months just to stop their fucking organs from shutting down from intense starvation. There's people in other countries having to make fucking mud patties out of fucking mud and water and maybe some salt or sugar so that then they can fucking eat food and not die of a famine. And you want to sit here with your white privilege or whatever fucking privileges you have and all your fucking money in your ivory tower with your fucking DoorDash and you're, oh, it's like the type of arrogant people that will be like, I'm gonna order DoorDash, and if they leave it in the lobby instead of delivering it to my door, that person's getting 1 star reported, I'm getting a refund, and I will go out of my way to get a whole nother order and then repeat the process over and over and over until there's like 6 fucking DoorDash orders meant for just my fucking apartment. And I will let all the other food rot in the fucking lobby until finally some DoorDasher finally leaves in front of my door. It's a certain level of stupidity, like, that is just so repulsive. It's a certain level of idiot. It's a certain level of fucking dumb. I can't stand that shit. I can't fucking stand it. I don't know. It's just, it kind of, I'll put it this way. I see why people would want to eat the rich. One of my scripts that I actually wrote was, like, a lot of it ties into that. I don't know how it feels to be someone who's poor and has to watch, like, rich people be so arrogant. Like, they don't care if you're injured at your customer service job. You could have an 11-foot tall object fall on you in front of them, and they will just complain that you were not fast enough from getting up under it and giving them their package. It will be people with dead fish eyes and no souls and more money than they know what to do with, never being fulfilled, never trying to get better, never trying to understand other people. Like, I'm just saying, with that type of money, you could do charities and organizations, but nope, coke addictions and happy ending massage parlors is what they want to fucking do. I just get very sick of people, like, but especially the wealthy. because it's like, what do you mean that you're trying to take me out to Michelin star restaurants and do all this fancy shit and this and that, and then if it like I could get home safely because you can either like instead of being like, oh, let me call you an Uber ride home, or oh, let me send you like $10 so that you can pay off your data plan and find some bus lines home or anything. Their first instinct was, oh, well, I need $10 too, because guess who got charged 2K for something a second ago? It's like, okay, whatever. No one asked you to buy a Louis Vuitton belt. Like, fuck you. You were bragging just before about how much money you were making at your startup. So, fuck you. Also, fuck your start. His idea isn't even original. Like, no offense, I kind of see why he was getting total fucking silence at the goddamn convention he was at. Like, people, the investors were not impressed because it's like, nigga, you're just trying to copy a feature that already exists. Like, come on now. We already have KinMaster. We already have Adobe Acrobat. We already have all these other fucking platforms. We don't need a shitty AI knockoff to invest millions into. No, thank you. Someone described poverty as like poor people spreading around the same fucking $10 back and forth to each other over and over again, and happily doing so because they have a sense of community and care for one another. Meanwhile, rich people, it's like I'll meet rich men, and then it's one of those things where it's like, if it's like, ooh, you want a Gucci or Prada bag, I can get you a Gucci or Prada bag. You want a vacation to here, I can take you there, and they'll like, it's just so frustrating. A part of me is trying to brand myself into one of those expensive women so that then I can have an expensive lifestyle. And sometimes I almost succeed. But other times I'll just be sitting there with somebody who doesn't even realize that the amount of money they dropped on dinner could actually rescue and save my whole fucking life. In so many ways. And it's just frustrating. All of it's frustrating. It's like, I don't know how to tell you that you should fucking care about people. I don't know. It just pisses me off. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, here's someone who will, like, $47,000 on a fucking watch. That even then, it's from, like, Rolexes break apart all the fucking time. And it's to the point where it's seen as a liability to get one instead of an asset. It depreciates in value, and even if it breaks, like, if you try to get that shit repaired, like, I heard that even the repair centers for Rolexes aren't even accepting most Rolexes to be fixed anymore because most have, like, botched pieces and this. Like, just, it's a lot. It'll be someone buying Louboutin shoes that will peel away like fucking shit. Super fucking easily. Because those shoes are meant for fashion and not longevity, and if you want them for longevity, you have to afford to get them fixed a million times over, which is fucking stupid. It's like you paid $1,000 for some shoes and they won't even last you until next year, nonetheless even fucking 3 months, because they scuff super easily. So unless you have money to keep up your little fixing the same pair of shoes 1,000 times over, $1,000 each time, then fuck you. Like, it's so fucking dumb. It's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I hate materialism. I hate so much of it. And I want to brand myself to be the type of girl where someone looks at me and they're like, what a beautiful, luxurious lady. She deserves Michelin star restaurant. She deserves Miu Miu. She deserves Prada. And if she said, hey, I want you to give me $50K for a short film or this, and that, I'll happily give it to her because she branded herself well. And I want to be that girl. And sometimes I get close, but then there's times like tonight where I hate to say it, sometimes you're stuck at a random ass cafe and your cards aren't working and your data plan isn't working and you just really fucking need $10. And you know what happens? You try to ask a dude who is bragging about his obscene amounts of wealth, and he doesn't just say no, he takes it as another opportunity to try to brag and flex on you, as if you're going to say anything but, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you and your shitty bob, and you need some layers, and you should go fuck yourself. Like, really. It's the type of shit that makes you understand why they wanted to behead Marie Antoinette and all that she was associated with. Because what do you mean that it's like my life has no purpose because I am not a piece of cake or a gemstone necklace or a dress? And sometimes it's just weird meeting people who are still like that. Whether they were born rich or poor or whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. They're bourgeoisie. They are not your allies. They're not your friends. They're just people with a lot of fucking money who will then decide, oh yeah, I need to, and they'll just decide to be fucking huge cunts. And then you're just there starving and dealing with somebody who's buying like a $950 skirt and then complaining that it wasn't in the right size, and you have to pretend like you give a shit when deep down your stomach's hitting your spine. Like, you don't know when you're gonna be able to get laundry done anytime fucking soon. You can't even afford to go to the fucking laundromat. You can't afford that bus fare. Little things like that. The job economy doesn't make shit better, and I'm just saying, it's like, I just wish more people were into wealth distribution, but it's okay because I am into divine retribution. We should kill these niggas. That's what I'm saying. But until then, I can tell them to fuck themselves in YouTube videos. Amen. Bye.